Hello, Capricorn. How are you? I hope everybody is doing well. I want to get a quick reading out for you guys. I'm at work, so I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as I can. I thank you guys for your patience. I've been trying to get this stuff done, but life is life, and you do what you can do when you can do it, you know? Oh, move this. So, all right, Capricorn, let's see what you got going on, okay? I ask that you guys please take a look at the description box. I still have some slots open for personal readings, questions, anything that you'd like to know. Take a look at the description box. I'm going to keep it open until the end of the year, okay? I was going to cancel it all out November 31st, but then I got backed up. I got quite a bit of things that I had to take care of. So I'm going to leave it open till the end of the year, okay? So you guys still got time, so take a look at that. All right, let's see. What does Capricorn need to know for their highest good? Okay. What does Capricorn need to know for their highest good, please and thank you? Okay. Okay, first card out is the Eight of Wands. I'm going to show you guys the cards as soon as I get everything out. Let me just get these cards out. A few more. Hope you guys can hear me. I'm at work. Normally, I don't do this. I've done it in the very, very beginning. But I'm like, you know what? I feel like I'm running out of time. So I was like, I got to, I don't want to wait till I get home. I still got another, like another 2.5, 3 hours before I get home. So I'm like, no, I'm going to do something now. I got to do something now. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Okay. All right. Let's see. Capricorn. First card out is the Eight of Wands. Then you have the Five of Swords. You have the Three of Cups. You have the Hermit. And you have the Four of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, you have Death. The Death card. Okay. Capricorn, right off the bat, you need to relax. You need to take some time off. Don't get caught up in the drama. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. What you know is what you know. What you don't know, you don't know. Don't automatically assume you know everything. Don't automatically assume the people that are always talking to you, that are up in your face, are always going to be the ones that are going to be the most honest. That is not the truth. That is not necessarily the case. What I see here is that you're trying to be the peacemaker. Okay, you're trying to take as much information in as you can, but you don't realize it's kind of like you're caught up in the calm before the storm. And I say that because of the Eight of Wands. You're wanting to push forward. You're wanting to, excel when it comes to work, when it comes to family, when it comes to just, your passion projects, just the things that you're doing, but you're overwhelmed. It's like you're not getting all the right answers. You're not getting your questions answered correctly. You're not getting the time and effort that you put into a situation. You're not getting it back. My suggestion to you, from what I can see here, is you need to take time off to rest. It's like you're overdoing it. You're overdoing it with work. You're overdoing it with family. Overdoing it with friends. It's like, do you have time for you? Question is, do you make time for you? Capricorn, you're not making any time for yourself. You're burning yourself out mentally. The mask is starting to come off. Your body's starting to hurt. Your knees are starting to hurt. Your ankles, your wrists, your eyes. You may need to, your eyes are hurting, headaches, migraines. You're overdoing it. You need to take time to heal. Take time to sit still. Take time to relax. Time to celebrate you. Okay? And I say that because the next card over is the Five of Swords. You're doing way too much. You're overextending yourself mentally. You need this Three of Cups is you got to focus and celebrate yourself. You're not doing that. Why? Because you refuse to be in the Hermit energy. You refuse to sit still. You refuse to, it's just, whatever you don't get done, sweethearts, you can get it done the next day. Okay? It's kind of like, time management. Don't try to do everything at once, because then you're constantly like stuck in the rat race, stuck on that hamster wheel. Okay? Yes, continue to keep moving forward. Keep continuing to focus on your projects, but you need to stay grounded. It's you're an earth energy, but you're trying to be, the raging fire of a fire sign, and the ebbs and flow of the water sign, and the quickness of an air sign. You're earthy. Slow down, calm down. You're going to get there. But the problem is you're doing too much of everything else except for relaxing. This Four of Swords is here for a reason. You need to relax. You're not relaxing, love. Okay? With the Four of Swords here, the Five of Swords, you're in the Nine of Swords. Anxiety, depression, stressing, migraines, headaches, nightmares, excessive daydreaming, foggy mind, you know what I mean? Just, you got to calm down. What I'm getting here is I'm getting a Capricorn that is going way, way, way above and beyond, and you're burning yourself out. And I know you know this. You realize this because you got the Death card here, transformation. You need to slow down, or you're going to be forced to slow down. And you don't want that to happen, because if you get forced to slow down, it could be detrimental. Your bills are going to go to shit. Your health, like, you got to slow down, sweetheart. You have to see the red signs. You have to see you have to see when your body's telling you it's time to slow down. It's time to make time for you. You're not making time for you. Everybody's got your time except for you. And you're the one that's going to suffer. Okay? It's coming through all over the place here. You need to, you're working hard, but make sure that you're also putting in that hard work on yourself, your TLC, your R&R, you're relaxing, spending time with friends, spending time, just relaxing, woosah. You have to know what that feels like. And right now, from the looks of it, you don't know what it feels like. You know what it feels like to show up for everybody, but who's showing up for you? You have to show up for you, sweethearts. You have to show up for yourself. I mean, you have the Three of Cups right in the center. You've got to show up for yourself. You're moving forward with the Eight of Wands here and the Five of Swords. You're passionately moving on. You're constantly on the move. Constantly on the move. And you see this gray and the storm and the lightning and everything. It's like the calm before the storm. You're gonna end up hurting yourself. You're doing too much. Look at in the center. Celebrate you. Take some time off. Allow your friends to help you. You don't have to show up for everybody. Okay, who's showing up for you, Capricorn? Take that into consideration. Who's showing up for you? Okay, you got to show up for yourself. You have the Hermit here. You have the Hermit here, and then you have the Four of Swords. You need to take time off to rest, to cloak yourself, to cover yourself. Take some time to relax. You're not doing that. If you see the way the reading is split, you got the storm and everything else. You need to settle in the middle, and then you have all this crazy chaos that's going. Excuse me, I'm reading it backwards. Hold on. You got this crazy chaos that's here at the beginning of the reading. In the center, you have the Three of Cups. Have your friends help you relax, chill, calm down. Spend some time with yourself, some R&R, and then you have this: relax, rest, Hermit. Okay. A little bit of solitude won't hurt you. It's a little peace and quiet. Spend some time by yourself. Clear your mind. It's just like you're being pulled in so many different directions. Okay, you don't know if you're coming or going. You don't know what's what. You don't know who's who. You're overwhelmed. Capricorn, you're overwhelmed here. Okay, and then again with the transformation. Look at this. What's underneath the transformation? Transformation is strength. You got to take time to calm yourself down. You go, 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 but eventually that go is it's gonna just stop. You're gonna either hurt yourself or you're gonna, like, you know what I mean? You're gonna end up with a tower. I'm warning you now. You're gonna end up with a tower, Capricorn, if you don't sit still and relax for a little while. You know, do everything you need to do, but do it in moderation. You're doing way too much. Way too much. You're going to suffer for this. You got to calm down. It's a warning. You have to calm down. It's all here. I see it. You got to calm down. You got to make a choice. What's important? You are important. Of course, you have responsibilities. You have things you have to do. That you're not stopping the responsibilities. You're just slowing things down so that you have time for yourself. You have to make time for yourself. Okay? Let me get this. Let me use this deck over here. Wow. There's only a few cards here that I want to clarify. I'm going to throw some Oracle down here, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Okay, like I said, I'm at work. And I really don't want to, I really shouldn't be doing this stuff here, but like I said, I don't want to wait till I get home. I just got the urge to do it now, so I'm taking a risk here, and I'm going to do it. That's, you know, it's part of life. Got to do it. Okay? All right. Let's clarify this Five of Swords, please. Clarify this Five of Swords for Capricorn. Clarify the Five of Swords for Capricorn, please. Look at this. What did I just get done saying? What did I just get done saying? Capricorn. This is what's being clarified. Now remember, we're clarifying the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is the chaos. Okay? The overdoing it, the just, you know, just not giving yourself any time. Look at this. The Eight of Swords. Okay, showing up. Look at this. Look at the depiction of the card. It's like a puppet. Look at the strings, the sword. It's like, you know, you're doing everything that everybody else needs you to do, but you're not taking care of yourself. You're doing way too much. And then look, the Five of Wands, conflict, strife, overdoing it. I said it earlier. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of fire. There's a lot of drive, but it's not for you. It's for everybody else except for you. When does Capricorn take care of Capricorn? Okay? And then you have the Ace of Pentacles. You're doing all of this for your stability. You're doing all of this for your money. And this is you right here in your energy. The Ace of Pentacles. You need to slow down. You have to slow down, love. Okay? You have to slow down. I know you have to slow down. What else is Capricorn? Oh, jeez. Okay. See, exactly. Look at this. I can't make this shit up, you guys. Look at this. The Knight of Swords. You have to calm down and you need to do this quickly. I told you earlier, you need to do this quickly, Capricorn. You need to calm down. Look at this. The Seven of Swords. Confusion. Okay? Getting too caught up in gossip, getting too caught up in bullshit, overexerting yourself, you know, spending too much time out and about. You need to calm your mind down. Calm your mind down. Slow your body down. You need to take some time to relax. Look at the Wheel of Fortune. This is what's going to be affected if you don't slow down. Your money, your stability, your foundation is going to be affected if you do not slow down. You're doing all this for the money, but what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up getting a tower. You're going to get yourself sick. You're going to get yourself hurt. Something, you're asking for it, honey. I'm seeing it here. Consider this a warning. Slow down, Capricorn, because if not, you're going to end up wishing that you did, because now you're going to lose this. You're on the wrong side of this wheel. Okay? Even though it's in the upright, it's like it's coming to me as in reverse. Okay, you're doing all of this for money, for your stability. I need to get more money. I need to do more. No, you need to slow down, Capricorn. You need to slow down. You're moving. You're going way too fast. You're not staying centered and you're not staying grounded. Like I said, again, with this fire energy, you're gonna burn yourself out. And then you got all this sword energy. You're out there. You're too into your head. You're doing the coulda, shoulda, woulda, this and that, this and this, constantly on the go. It's what, like, when you sleep, you don't even sleep. You just literally pass out. You just crash. That's how exhausted you are. You just crash out. It's not even sleeping. And you got to do something ASAP because of this freaking Ace of Swords. You got to do something quick, sweethearts. You got to slow down. You got to sit down with yourself and you got to think about it. What's really important right now is it, like, you know, I understand everybody's struggling, sweethearts. Trust me, I understand. But I'm not saying for you to stop doing what you're doing. I'm just telling you, I'm asking you. The message here is to tell you to slow down. How you do it is your business. When you do it is your business. But it's something that needs to happen quite quickly. Or you're gonna lose a lot more than what you're gaining if you don't slow down, honey. Look at this again. The Emperor, you got to take control of your time. You have time management. You got to take control of your time. The work will get done. If you can't do it, somebody else will. At least give yourself a couple of days off. Take some time off. When's the last time you had a vacation? When's the last time you got to soak in a tub? When's the last time you had a spa day? When's the last time you had a massage? When's the last time you sat down and had a glass of wine? When's the last time you actually watched a TV episode from start to finish? You got to think about these small little things add up, Capricorn. And look, it's going to affect your world. You got to slow down, sweethearts. I'm seeing it here over and over and over and over again. The Capricorn that's resonating with this, you need to slow down. You need to slow down. I keep getting it over and over and over again. You need to slow down. You need to slow down. You need to slow down. Let's look at the Four of Swords. What else does Capricorn need to know, please? You could be dealing with a Cancer. I don't know why this just came to me. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Look at this, Two of Wands. Make a decision. Look at this. You got to make a decision, sweetheart. You're burning yourself out. King of Swords. You got to make a decision real quick. You got to communicate your needs. You got to start saying, like, listen, I just, I've been working, 45 days straight, or I gotta, I've been standing, for 45 minutes. I need to sit down for 10 minutes, or whatever the case may be. You're overdoing it. Okay. It could be at work. It could be with family. It could be with friends. Whatever it is you need to, whatever it is, it's everything in moderation, Capricorn. Okay, please, everything in moderation, loves. And this is for Aries to Pisces. Everything in moderation. But for Capricorn, this is your reading. You got to slow down, sweethearts. Center yourself. Get a lot more grounded. Communicate your needs. If you could do it, then do it. But if you can't, say that you can't. It's okay to sit still for a little while. It's okay to give your body time to rest. You're not eating, your body's hurting, you're probably having migraines, probably got to see the eye doctor. There's a lot of bullshit going on here. Take your time, relax. Look at this. Seven of Pentacles. Going around in circles over and over and over again. The same shit. Same shit, different story. Same shit, different toilet, right? It's like, come on, the same thing over and over again. What else does Capricorn need to know, please, for the highest hit? Look at this. I can't make this shit up. Five of Cups. Yeah, you're an emotional mess, sweethearts. Oh, yeah. King of Wands. Capricorn, you got to slow down, loves. I'm not gonna continue to keep pulling cards because it's the same thing over and over and over and over again. The message here, Capricorn, is you got to slow down. You got to slow down. Okay? Let me grab another deck. See what else we get. You got to slow down, sweethearts. Look at this. Again, the Ace of Wands. Fresh start, Capricorn. You got to put yourself first. Focus on yourself. Okay? And then look. You got the Hermit again. You got to take time to relax. You need to take time to chill. You need to close your door, turn your phone off, turn the music up, and lay down. Soak in the tub. Have a spa day. Hang out with some friends. Go out of town for a little while. Focus on you. Focus on you. Focus on you. You got to ask yourself, when's the last time you've taken care of, like truly, truly, Capricorn? Sit down with yourself and ask, when's the last time you did something for yourself? When's the last time you went and saw a movie? When's the last time you went out to dinner? When's the last time you just actually put your feet up on the recliner or put your feet up on the couch, cuddled up in a blanket? Like, you got to think about these things. You're showing up for everybody except for yourself. And then when the shit hits the fan, you turn around, you ain't got nobody. And you're left there. And then your bills start to suffer. And your mind starts to suffer. Then your food starts to suffer. Everything starts to suffer because you did not heed the warning that your body was telling you to slow down weeks, months ahead of time. I don't know who needs to hear this. But I know there are a few of you out there that need to hear it. Okay? You got to slow down. Throw some oracle cards on here and then I'm going to let you go. I'm at work and it's like, I this energy is starting to bother me. Starting to make me feel like I got to slow down. It's just like, I take time. I've been, and you have to force yourself to take time off. You have to. You have to care about you. You cannot depend on others to look out for you. You have to look out for you. Trust me. Trust me. Because the ones you think you can count on are the first ones that are going to drop you on your fucking head. Got to take time for you. No one should tell you it's time for you to relax. You should be telling them, hey, it's time for me to relax. It's time for me to take a break. It's time for me to get to the root of this problem. It's time for me to, to go to the doctors. It's time. The thing is you don't want to set yourself up for disappointment. Okay? You got to take time out and relax. Let me just grab a card here. Look at this. Discernment. It says, see the truth of the situation. Use common sense and do not be fooled. Pay attention. Your intuition knows. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. Let's grab another one. We have nature. It says, sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air, to remember who you are and where you want to be. Look at that. I can't make it up, Capricorn. You got to relax, sweethearts. Look at clarity. It says, banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are. You're absolutely perfect. And it's perfectly fine to say, listen, hey, I'm going to leave a couple of hours early, or hey, you know what, I'm going to take, some PTO time, or like they say, you don't use it, you lose it. Well, what happens when your body starts to hurt? You're starting to lose it, right? Yeah, you gotta think about that, okay? Grab one more. It says pilgrimage. It says you are on a journey to your own. You are on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path. Only you can choose your path in your life. But you also are responsible for your life. You're responsible to tell people when you can and can't do things. Don't be afraid. Don't stop trying to be a people pleaser and showing up for everybody, going above and beyond for everybody. When you turn around, who the fuck is there for you? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. Who's there for me? When's the last time I got to sit down? When's the last time I got a woosah? When's the last time somebody's done anything for me? Ask yourself those questions. Redirect your energy. If no one is doing it for you, sweethearts, you have to stop what you're doing for others and do it for yourself. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.